everybody. Daniel, yourvocalteacher.com. This is Tortuga. She wanted to come in, or he wanted to come in and give a quick little video real quick on basically on vocal health. What I want to talk about today is I've recently had a couple students reach out to me that are gigging students, meaning they actually make a living from singing. And they're having a rough go at it right now. Their voices are acting up. And I believe right now it's from allergies, because I think allergies are just horrible everywhere. Talking to different colleagues of mine where they live, everyone lives somewhere far away, but everyone seems to be having the same issues. Even where I live now, the pollen's just flying around. You can see it. So I think it's allergies. Sometimes when it happens to me, I don't know what it is. I'll go to the doctor. I'll drive 4 hours. I don't know what it is. And the doctor's pretty much like, it's most likely allergies because I don't see much going on in there. The cords look fine. So blah, blah, blah. So anyway, a lot of the times the singers, as singers, we feel that we're letting the band down and we're going to get fired, or, it's not a good look, because we're not going to sing good through the gig. Or if we sing bad, obviously that's going to, everyone's going to be like, oh, he lost his voice for good, blah, blah, blah. But the bottom line is, we have to carry this voice with us. A lot of times the band members think maybe like we're machines, like a guitar is a machine. We're not a machine. When a guitar loses if there's no strings on the guitar, the gig doesn't happen. But all you got to do, if the guitar needs to be tuned, is just tune it, to make it sound better. Fix the little electrical thing that may be off. The drums, same thing with the drum. Just tune the drum, make it sound better. Put a new drum head on it. But if the drums have no drum head, or they don't show up to the gig doesn't happen. That seems to be okay, but not okay if the singer is saying, listen guys, I can't sing. Especially if it's kind of challenging. He's got to go up to his passaggio and up to the high notes and live up there. It is challenging, you know what I mean? And you got to have your voice for it. And, I think we get sad, obviously, and we want to do better for everybody. And if this happens constantly, like you're always canceling gigs and blah, 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 well, then you may, if you're really into singing, you may want to think about getting some coaching. That's what we do. That's what I did. When I used to just blow my voice out all the time when I was younger, and I just kept seeking out coaching until I found the right coaching. So, and also I like to say it's kind of like certain singers have, everybody's made up a little different muscle-wise and tendon-wise and things like that. And certain singers may never have a problem. They just don't have a problem. They just muscle through it and they could do it and works great for them. Just like any other sport. A boxer like Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer of all time, his hands were fragile. Breaking them, surgeries all the time. Fragile hands. This happens, right? The fight doesn't happen if he breaks his hand before the fight. And, feeling like you should be a machine is wrong. So we have to stand up for yourselves. You know what I mean? Don't let the band bully you. If you can't do a gig, but I really want to do this gig, and then someone's saying it's so important to us. If you know that you can't do this gig, or that if you do that gig, maybe it's going to make the band look bad, and that's not a good look, then just don't do it. Like I said, if it's reoccurring, get some training, figure it out. And I wanted to play a little something. Come here, Schnooks. It's Domingo talking about this, and I love our voices are really, when we're emotional, when we're sad, it goes right to your throat. Think about when you're about to cry or something. I don't cry. But if you're going to cry, think about it. Like you immediately tighten up in your throat. Everything, you get choked, they call it. I got choked up. This is real. And, if you're feeling down about yourself, well, that's only going to make it worse if you got to go do that gig and you're already sick and those kind of things. We're going to get laryngitis. We're going to get these things that happen to us. But, when it's something it's beyond my control. I didn't take the allergy medicine right, or it didn't work for me, and the voice is just not working. Don't be afraid to stand up and say, I'm not doing a gig. If you know in your head, and you'll know if you're honest with yourself, well, next time I can do the gig. I know I can do this gig. This is the gig. This is what I do. But if your technique's off, again, you get training. That's what you do. But here's a little something about Domingo talking about it. And I just like the way he talks about it. And he was so great and known to always be there for his gigs. But he would talk about it. So here we go. I'm going to have to switch the camera around.
But it's very bad when you don't feel well. I cannot tell you how terrible it is when you have to sing and you know that you cannot give the best. That's really the most difficult thing in life because you suffer so much. That performance, it takes the energy of 10 performances, you know. And after, you know, generally speaking, most of the public, they don't even notice, you know. Say that. But it is you know it, that you are not the same, you know. So, and certainly Marta knows, and some of the friends that there are, some of the cast people knows, and it is very difficult. So, but in any case, like Canio says, il teatro e la vita non sono la stessa cosa. It's not the same, but sometimes, yes, you have to go out there and not exactly acting, but you go out there with real tears, you know.
Well, this is the...
I thought that was great, and I really did. So, just something I wanted to put out there, just a quick little video. Hope you get something out of it if you're going through these problems, if you have gone through these problems, you know, talk to someone, you know what I mean? You can always email me, I don't care. We'll talk about it. I mean, these happen. The real singers, this real stuff happens. And you know, when you're real and you're working and this is what you do and it's what you love and it's your soul. It's not easy all the time, but you should have people that you can talk to about it. And so if you have to cancel or if you have to go on there and sound like crap, have someone you could call and just and explain it to so they understand, you know. And you know when it, like I said, back to if it's a technique thing, it's a technique thing. But if it's a real thing, it's a real thing. And you can get through it. We'll get through it together. All right? Daniel, yourvocalteacher.com. Take care, you guys. Peace. I'm out.